And it is time. We are live now with the other semi-final of the MDL Macau Dota 2 Valve Minor. It is myself, Gods, and Winter bringing you this second semi-final as I unmute myself and bring Winter into the broadcast. It is VP versus TNC. Winter, are you excited for this series?
Of course, good Dota.
It's been a lot of good Dota here in Macau, and definitely the four teams in the playoffs, I feel. Those four teams, and I'd say Ehun played some good Dota as well, but these have looked like the best of the best here.
Yeah, they are the teams that seem to, understand how to draft and how to secure their lanes, how to get objectives. I think VP has been, by far the most impressive one out of all the teams here.
Even with the standard, it's like they started shaky. They lost their first two games, but after that, they bounced back and won every game except their final game against Vici Gaming. So definitely a strong team and with good right. I mean, even with the stand-in, VP is looked at as probably top 2 in the world alongside Team Liquid. So a very scary team at that. Maybe Team Secret in the mix as well now after their recent major wins. So draft-wise, we're going to see what we get into. Definitely feels like it's the support meta as far as the opening ban and picks goes. We see lots of bans on the support, 4 and 5 positions, and then more often than not, it's the 4 and 5 positions being picked up in the first stage. Then we start to look at the carries. Morphling, Winter, the big hero that has won so many games, countless games, but it does feel like teams are starting to ban it now in that second stage.
Unless you have, I think maybe A.
Yeah, then you don't have to, but I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing teams first to pick the Morphling. If you have first pick, you could theoretically take the Morphling second and then ban out like the AA and the other counters. So like TNC could see what VP pick and then take the Morphling if they really valued it that much.
That has happened once. It was eHome. They first picked Shadow Demon.
Yep.
And opponents picks 2 supports, no AA, and they pick Morphling right away.
Alright. Well, we'll see if the heroes going to make any appearances in this series. Virtus.pro were tweeting about it last night after their loss, so definitely did not feel great about the hero. No disrespect intended to their opponents, but it definitely is a hero that is starting to feel like it's very difficult to deal with, as we've kind of touched upon a lot. But we'll see if and when it comes up, we can talk more about it. Right now, it's Clockwork for TNC. VP, we'll see what supports they like to get. Ogre's still in the pool. Definitely a hero they pick up a lot. Other than that, it's the Winter Wyvern. There we go. There's a obvious one, which you've seen both Artstyle and Lil play. Lil has had to play a bit less greedy with Artstyle on the team, it feels like, but has kind of adjusted accordingly.
Yep, they figured out what heroes to pick for Artstyle, across the games in the group.
We've seen him swap over to the 4 position when needed as well. It seems like Artstyle and Lil will be 4 or 5 depending on which hero it is.
Yep, they're both pretty greedy supports. So with the Enchant, I think
this is the first time we've seen VP pick Enchantress. I feel like it's always banned against them. This is the first time I've seen them play it, at least at this tournament.
I think Artstyle is gonna play it though.
That's gonna be a fight waiting to happen. Lil and Artstyle, all right, let's settle this one. Who's playing Enchantress? What if Pasha plays it? Could be in the off lane. We've seen that before. And TNC do pick AA, so they don't have to worry about the Morphling. They've got AA. It's also a great counter to both the Winter Wyvern, Cold Embrace, and the Enchantress heal with the Ice Blast. So they've got a counter to these heals.
But you don't do anything against the creeps early.
Oh yeah,
the creeps are gonna be annoying.
Yeah, that's going to be problematic if that Enchantress does head to that offlane to mess with the lane. I have Morphling ban. VPs. Backing up the tweet they made about Morphling being a bit OP, are going to ban it out. Not wanting to deal with it.
Yep, and they banned the Lifestealer as well. A hero that can, withstand the pressure from the Enchantress. It's pretty hard for Ench to kill a Lifestealer.
Brood ban from TNC, something we've seen Ramsey's playing the carry role. Pasha also known for his Brood play as an offlaner. Not something TNC feel equipped to deal with. They don't want to get cheesed.
Yep, but TNC's opening here, the Clockwork can be their offlaner as well. Or support.
Absolutely. There's still Shadow Fiend in the pool. That's been the, I'd say, most common mid pick for this tournament. And Clockwork with Shadow Fiend, of course, very powerful. As VP pick up a puck, flexibility with the puck in that it can go mid or off lane. So that's going to keep TNC guessing, since Enchantress could be a support, could be an off laner, puck could be a mid or an off laner. VP can go a lot of different directions with their picks.
I think with the puck, Ench is more likely like going to be the support. I think if your core is like puck Enchantress, then your other core has to be like some big core like AM. Not sure if they want to do that, so I'm leaning more towards like support now. I mean, of course they can still change up.
I feel like we see Pasha play the puck more than we see no one play it as well, as far as this hero goes for VP.
Yeah, because they like to have like a counter pick matchup for him. Similar to what Na'Vi does with their mid matchup, they try to leave it to as late as possible until they see the opponent's mid hero.
Yeah, they do have that final pick of the draft later on. Doom picked up for now for TNC. You've seen a decent amount of Doom as an offlaner. Definitely feels like one of those heroes, if you can get that level 3, like pull the creep wave from behind the tower and get those early levels, can be very effective. And VP, this is kind of a new... I mean, this is the old VP look. Like, you dominate the early game, you run at your opponents. This is so aggressive as far as their early game potential goes. Venge as a carry is going to be brutal this game. I say carry, it could be a support with the Wyvern and then the Ench Puck as cores, but it feels like this is more likely a Venge core.
Yeah, more likely. But everything is still open. I think it might actually be like a support Doom offlane clock. So the Doom actually just goes to the Enchantress, looks for the Enchantress and eats the creep.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It could be an idea, yeah. Dragon Knight against Puck. They want that matchup.
Yeah. Or I think the Puck could very well be in the off lane. I guess TNC still know that, but they're gonna have to pick something for the mid lane.
Yeah, and it's a hard to kill hero. When you're against Enchantress, you want your lanes to be lanes that are difficult to gank, so the Ench can't really do a lot of pressure or harass to the lane and take early tower.
Also hear that if you do get ganked and go down, you can still be effective in the game with less farm and catch up. We saw that with Resolution on Dragon Knight. He was like 0-6 and then came back and absolutely dominated the game. So a hero that can be effective just with levels and less farm.
No thanks to his team.
Yeah, no thanks to his team there, but I imagine Cuckoo's going to be hoping for a bit more support from his team in those fights. Well, TNC, they have the carry pick before VP get the final pick of the draft. What's going to pull everything together for their draft? They are probably looking at a lot of early game pressure. Is there some kind of safe lane carry that can sustain against that, can actually match up against the pressure?
Weaver, maybe?
Oh, they go DK safe lane.
DK safe lane. Yeah, DK safe lane is pretty hard for Ench to kill. And the Clockwork probably gonna just babysit the SF against the Ench.
Yep. So Clock Shadow Fiend, we talked about this combo, and TNC get it. Perhaps something VP weren't expecting out of that last pick.
Or it could still be an offlane Clockwork and the Doom as a support, just to follow the Ench around. And you just give the clocks to the SF at the start and you go to offlane.
Sure. Any chance of a VP draw Ranger? Is that just doesn't fit their draft? Doesn't feel like it does, but...
I think they need like some tank hero though.
Yes.
Like some frontline.
Especially when you're looking at Doom and Dragon Knight running at you. Dragon Knight gets fast. Well, Doom gets fast drums. Clockwork as well with Hookshot. I feel like these are heroes that will get in your face, even if you have a Drow strat that's trying to play the kind of distance game.
If they want to push maybe Beastmaster, it's better than Drow. Like, fight a lot. Beastmaster or Panda is still available.
So you feel like Puck should go mid then, not to the offlane?
Yeah, if you're talking about like some kind of aggressive strat like that.
If Puck's offlane, what's the kind of mid to match up here maybe? With the Encherome and SF in mid, is there some mid laner for no one that makes sense here?
TA maybe?
That's a classic no one hero, so...
Yeah, gives them a lot of damage, like a lot of minus armor, TA and bench.
It's kind of the late game hero, whereas Ramses can be more of the aggressive early game tempo controller then. We'll see what VP have in mind and how they want to go with this draft. Still, like it's so open. If they want to run the Enchantress offlane Puck mid with a Drow, they can, and put Venge as support. Alternatively, we do what we're thinking is going to happen is the Venge carry the Puck as either a mid or an offlaner, and Enchantress in the support role.
Yep, but I remember I've seen them there like once or twice with the support Venge. I think Lil was the one playing it.
It's going to be Chaos.
Yeah, it's support Venge. Yeah, I think it's
No,
support
it's a
Venge.
mid Venge.
No,
No one picks it up.
So it's a. Oh, okay.
They're
I
gonna,
think
what, dual
I
lane
can
mid
see the
maybe,
idea.
or...
I can see the idea because there's gonna be some roaming edge and it's a mid SF. So Venge starts with a stun, the creep will come in and it's an easy pick on the SF.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance no one plays in the safe lane and they do like a CK, like a dual lane mid against the SF? Like teams will do like higher CK. This could just be like a Wyvern CK with a roaming edge.
Possible.
I guess
Definitely
the CK maybe matches up better against the Doom there, but we'll see about that.
Yeah. Because Doom has no like very low armor and CK can just destroy him in the lane.
Seems like a strong pick. You talked about getting some kind of tanky hero to be in front. CK, as a hero and with all his illusions, definitely fits that. There is some AoE to deal with his ultimate, though. The Shadow Fiend raises particularly are going to be...
DK and Shadow Fiend are both really good against the Elo, to be honest.
Yeah. Alright. Well, here we go. We're going to hop ourselves into Game 1 of this best of 3 semi-final between VP and TNC. My first time casting TNC at this tournament. They've been on the other stream for most of it, so we're going to be excited to see how they fare here. A team that has been very strong in the Southeast Asian region for quite some time, and looking to... They've already got Val points. That's kind of interesting to note. Like, all these teams are just trying to get more Val points now. I mean, VP have a shit ton. They won a major, but for teams like TNC, anything they can get is going to help them a lot.
Yep. And not to mention, it helps you build confidence as you go into the season, like having a good result at your first land showing.
Yep. Alright, VP smoked up. Early move towards the enemy side of the map. It's going to be Ramses on the Chaos Knight leading the way. No one... The Venge being played in the mid lane. Lil on the Winter Wyvern. It is Artstyle. He wins the battle to play the Enchantress for this VP side. And it's finally Pasha on the puck. They're going to be up against Raven's safe lane Dragon Knight. He's hiding far back right now. It's going to be Sam H playing the offlane Doom. And as expected, in the fountain, getting these souls up for the Shadow Fiend. Cuckoo on the Shadow Fiend, 1437 on AA, and Tim's playing the Clockwork. They messed it up, Winter. He's only got 11. Why hasn't he got 12?
You know, we talk about the DK against Puck. It's still going to be DK against Puck in a different lane.
Well, SF going to lane with 14 souls, one less than you normally see.
They're going aggro lane, seems.
Interesting. What do you make of this? You think this is a good call from VP?
Their lane is really strong though. That I give them. Winter Wyvern, CK, and Edge.
Seems Raven knows he's already headed bottom. They've scattered the puck at bottom, so no one's grabbed this rune just yet.
Puck against Doom. Doom can have a good time if you get lucky with the creep. If you get the Satyr.
I think the issue is more Dragon Knight will have a miserable time up top. He is gonna get dived time and time again, and he will feed. There's nothing you can do. There's a ward behind your tower. There's an Enchantress with creeps. And there's a Chaos Knight. You cannot lane against that if you're a Dragon Knight.
Courier snipe. They're going for the courier here. 1437.
It's going to succeed unless they micro this courier differently. 1437. We'll find it. Won't stop the item coming out, but gets the gold for his team. Nice little boost to their start. Now he's going to figure out which lane he wants to go to. This top lane is being deserted.
This SF is so happy. Cogs and career kill.
Yeah. Venge is not a hero known for being played in the mid lane, and without rotations, no one will struggle against this Shadow Fiend, I imagine. Even just getting last hits could be tough.
He's gonna have to like rely on, I think, the Edge to bring a creep later. Like he's gonna try and play top, secure the lane.
TNC have got 3 heroes up top now. Pulling Artstyle out of this lane.
He has skilled Infernal Blade.
Yeah, I was looking for that kill on the Enchantress, but... And also, I think he skilled it after seeing that there was a Wild Wing here. If this was a different creep, he may have gone for the Devourer, but the Wild Wing is not a useful creep other than for the armor. Pasha, solo kill on Raven down bottom. Do not catch that one. Apologies for that, but it is an unexpected kill. Orb of Venom, starting item for the puck. Finding a first blood.
Yep, well played there. Good bit of individual skill there by Pasha. Puck has a very high base damage at level 1. Like, it's very easy to bully the Dragon Knight before Dragon Knight has his levels in the Dragon Blood.
Alright. Well, Dragon Knight will be kicking himself for that one. He's back bottom, just the 1 point in the passive that you're talking about. Take a look at the mid lane where SF expected leading the CS battle, 11 CS to the 6 of Venge. Went to lane with 14 denies, so even has added 6 denies to that tally. We'll see Clockwork get that room. Meanwhile, on the high ground, Enchantress has the first creep, but will be scattered up by a Clockwork Illusion.
He has to do something for the Venge. Oh, maybe not. He's the one getting gone on.
And he walked into. I kind of looked away, just thinking Enchantress has the high ground advantage and scouts him out. I did not expect him to get caught out like that.
I think he was not watching though. He was communicating with his team because the Wyvern was coming in on the from the lane, so they were like kind of trying to set up a 3-man converge in mid to kill the SF.
Definitely felt like a kill that shouldn't happen when you've got that vision advantage from the high ground, but
agree.
Nonetheless, not the end of the world for VP. Lane's settling down now. It looks like movement's going to continue from the supports, but the cores are kind of happy with the lanes they're in. DK is going to keep going up against the Puck, the Doom up against the Chaos Knight. Do you think this laning setup favors either of the two teams?
Based on the top lane, Sam H in trouble.
Yeah, dive coming in. Sam H brought down by the Enchantress rotation.
The lane setup, I think VP is losing mid, but they're winning top and bottom. I mean, kind of winning bottom. Even though he's not leading in CS, but he got a kill earlier.
So 2 out of 3 lanes won. VP with the edge. I mean, that's kind of what you're hoping for. I guess maybe even expecting when you have an Enchantress on your team.
They're not leading because they lost the career. That's the thing.
True. And mid lane's being won fairly significantly by the Shadow Fiend, I'd say. He's got
how much the Venge can do.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not. No criticism directed at no one. It's just a losing matchup made even worse by the Clockwork giving the free souls at the start.
Yep. No career doesn't help.
Could be in some trouble here. He's hiding in his cogs. He's got to come out eventually, and there's the Arctic Burn to slow him down. Reality Rift to pull him back into a Chaos Bolt, and that will be a dead Clockwork. Gets the battery assault out, but Artsal gets the last hit. Yeah, no career mid, or Cuckoo almost gets the kill. Looking at the mid lane, hit a double raise there. Couldn't quite bring him down. He may just start poking at this tower, though. It looks like that will be the case.
This is not like an important kill for VP though. They have to somehow find an opening to kill this SF. Yeah. They need to bring him down one time.
Well,
it's very important for them.
He's going to be going for a fast drums, I imagine. Has the bracer already. We've seen a lot of this drums build coming out. Very stat-heavy build to make yourself tankier, hard to kill.
It's kind of like mandatory now, because it's so good on the hero. Like, it's just a good item in general.
Yeah.
Yep. I think VP is very likely going to make a move soon. They have a smoke. Okay, they have to kill this SF.
It feels like the SF is a lot stronger at fighting earlier with the raise damage. So having that drums to fight early also is really nice.
Oh, this might be bad, Parker. They saw the smoke with the ward. There was a deep ward there and they're pinging.
Yeah, Tim's is there. He pops the smoke, has the cogs as well. Smoke thwarted by Tim's. Even scouts out the Enchantress creep now as well. Lil will get a ward in this mid lane, it looks like. He's going to tango his way through. Is he going to ward? Yeah, ward behind the tower. Meanwhile, Tim's coming in looking for Artstyle here. Artstyle needs to be a little bit careful. Does not have any points in the heal. SF is rotated in now as well. Looks like he's going to switch target. Artstyle gets hit by one raise, 1 or 2 more right clicks. Tim's could go down for this one though. He's still got creeps and pops the shrine. He's going to be fine. And now Lil will die to another raise. Cuckoo playing it well with the rotation in mid. They scout them out and then they react perfectly.
Yep. Very, very good reaction there by TNC, securing those 2 kills, protecting the SF, which is a very, very big target for VP to take down right now. He's like pressuring the Avenge so much.
Yep. Oh, Tim's wanted to go for the room, but Pasha comes in as a Puck with the bottle. This is really nice for Puck when he can get these double runes. Similarly, Doom at top getting 2 runes for himself. Dragon Knight's actually out farming the Puck in terms of net worth. And of course CS is the reason for that. 3 points in Dragon Blood, and suddenly he's kind of unkillable down here with the Raindrop, Soul Ring. I say unkillable. Is he unkillable? That's going to be tested. Raven has 16 1 charges, and he's going to need all of them. Pops it now, has the ulti form if he wants to use it. He's got backup coming his way. He's going to turn to go on Artstyle. Has a brief fire in a couple of seconds. Yep, he's going to get the kill. Another orb goes flying through. Doesn't actually land, but he still dies to Lil Splinter Blast. A 1-for-1 trade at bottom, so they killed the DK. He tanked through so much there between the magic 1 charges and the raindrops that he was able to get a kill in return.
Yep. Opting to go for like 3 points in the blood. Usually
Sam
usually it's like
kill. Solo kill.
Oh, not even needing the Doom there.
Just got him with the Infernal Blade, and I think he hit him with the Thunderclap. The Thunderclap costing just 50 mana now makes it a lot better to have on Doom. It used to cost a full 100 mana.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It was like 100 mana, right?
Yeah,
before
100 or even 115 or 25. I think it was 100 though. It's a very strong nuke. It does 150 damage and slows.
Yep. You don't want to use it because of the cost, but right now Sam H, Revenge is here.
He's got a Sal, but he won't get a chance to use it, and did not have Scorched Earth, more importantly. So gets the Revenge. Lil and Artstyle very active early on, rotating around. So both teams with a lot of movement, 5 kills apiece. Things are settling down here, Winter. Does feel like TNC come out with an edge from the laning stage, given that the Shadow Fiend and Dragon Knight are farming better than the VP cores are.
Yep, certainly feels that way for TNC, and with that pick off on to Pasha, giving them even more room to wiggle.
Yeah.
For the Dragon Knight to farm and push out the lanes and maybe even pressure the tower. This SF is also gone unchecked for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, despite getting that first blood at bottom on the puck, he has not won his lane by any means. Pasha's farm is decent, but not unstoppable.
Here comes the gang spot.
Yeah, invised up, but the Chaos Knight's on the Shadow Fin, which means there's no backup. No one swaps his way out. They're going for this SF with the CK, and Puku turns, throws razes. He's completely alone here. Does hit some nice razes, but Pasha TPing in as well means TNC lose 2. Well played rotation from Ramses, and it's Sam H at top. While that's going on, he did use the Doom to manage to kill Artstyle.
But they got the SF though. That is the biggest hero on the map. Before that,
Yeah.
that's gonna drop his net worth down to number 3. So
As
CK is gonna be leading a charge now.
Very
Very important
nice
kill.
by the CK, and he shrines up. He's ready to go again. May even find Sam H up top with Scorched Earth still on cooldown from that kill. He is very vulnerable up here.
Very easy kill, no armor.
Yep. And he's back to the tower, it looks like. Not sure if he saw this one coming. Oh, he's very close. He needs to be careful here. Ramsey shows himself, and I think Sam H knows what happens last time. Will not be hanging around.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom lane Raven popped his ultimate before.
Yeah, he wants
Does a lot of damage to the tower.
Yep. Also wants to harass Pasha. Oh, wow, Sam H, he did not respect the CK initiation, Lil.
Didn't he see him in the lane?
He saw the CK in the lane and still got caught out.
Oh, I did not look there. I thought it was gonna end.
I'm glad you also missed that one, Winter. It made me feel less. I saw him scout the hero, so I just assumed he's not going to find the kill. But excuses are excuses. That's loser talk. The T-Tours continues.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting, bro. The TNC Clockwork support has actually 3 points in Rocket at level 5.
That is something a bit different. Sam H at top. Is he going to go down? I'm going to watch Sam H because he seems to be getting all these kills or deaths one way or another. He's charging in. He needs to hit this clap if he wants the kill.
Oh,
We'll get
did
close
he land the
enough
rocket?
for it. Clap goes, misses it. Mid lane, meanwhile, damage being dealt here. Sam H now being turned upon. Once Ramses, but the Cold Embrace is there to heal him back up. And now with the Dream Call, Sam H locked in place. Once the Infernal Blade, I don't think it's going to enough. Ramses will pull him back in. They get the kill. Lesson learned, you know. This game is one where I gotta keep watching Sam H.
Mid lane, bro, mid lane.
I'm mid lane.
Bench in trouble.
I got you. Bench is fine. Okay, well, exactly getting hit by the Cold Feet. The Ice Blast follow up, and no one. Brought low, one more right click. I think he missed uphill. If that hit, he would have brought him very low with the Ice Blast. I think that's a kill. It has.
Might have died, though.
Yeah, the damage plus the damage over time would have been enough. Yeah, I would say he's dead if that hit.
Some luck there, but luck is part of Dota.
Oh yeah.
Smoke up by TNC, but there's a ward behind the tower here. They want to not waste this Dragon Farm pop by Raven. Still want to pressure and try to get the tower.
Shrining up his VP though. They've only got 2 heroes down here. 2 heroes at mid could rotate as well. SF making his move from the bottom lane. They see the Wyvern now. Lil going to try fly his way out of that one. Gets slowed by the Ice Vortex. Not going to be caught at this point. How are things looking here?
Quick response by VP once they see that.
Shot though.
Push them in.
Oh, catches 2 in the cogs with the Ice Blast follow-up. They're going to get the first kill. Can they bring down Ramses as well? He's pushed back by the cogs. Battery Assault chipping away at him as well. No mana for it. Okay, yeah, he's got mana for the Rocket Barrage, but he needs the SF Razors more importantly. He's getting slowed down by that little Mud Golem. The Shard Golem catching him. Another cogs comes in. Ramsey's trying to armlet toggle his way out of this one. There's the Winter's Curse. That's going to buy some time and also kill the AA. Nicely played by Lil. Lil showing his prowess on the Winter Wyvern. Not his first time playing at this tournament, and the chase being punished by VP.
Oh, Coil.
Yep.
Tim's.
Look at this kill.
He's fine.
Pasha's Blink Dagger is up if he wants to buy it now.
Yeah, but that might have been a kill if it's a standard clockwork build with the 3 in battery assault.
Sure, yeah.
But right now, TNC is still in a comfy spot with the DK and the SF.
The nice thing with the Rocket Flare is the synergy with the Ice Blast. You can throw these global spells anywhere to help like a DK initiate and get a kill. You've got this really good global ganking potential, but the problem is maybe the setup is not great. The Doom is the main hero that can kind of look to charge in with an ultimate to kill someone and catch him by surprise.
Yeah, I mean the idea is definitely there, and they have they probably also want to have like more AOE to deal with the CK illusions. That might be part of the thought process.
Sure. Well, we'll see the move now coming from TNC. They are smoked up, looking to use this next hook shot from Tim's. Should be a kill on most heroes. No one at bottom lane could swap himself out of the cogs. They're pinging out. They see heroes coming in from the north. They're conflicted who to go for. Tim's now finds no one, gets the cold feet, but does not gonna hit the proc. The hook shot initially cancelled. Now the Ice Blast comes in. No one trying to swap his way out, but gets stunned before he can do so. Breathe Fire not going to come immediately. He's silenced up. No one now gets hit by it, and the Ice Blast going to help finish him off. Tim's still alive, earned up, but immediately cancelled as no one does finish him off with the illusion. This Winter's Curse not going to be as effective as the last, as Lil in all sorts of trouble. He's got no mana left. Will die to the last right-clicker Raven. Sam H trying to chase down the Chaos Knight of Ramses. He's fast, but not fast enough. No drums on the Doom to get him close enough for the Chaos Knight kill. 3-for-1 trade. Very good movement into the enemy jungle from TNC.
Yeah, and this is the time period where Enchantress has already done the job in the laning phase, and he is not going to provide so much in team fights right now. He dies very easily against all the nuke, especially the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend is packing a punch in these fights. 2, 1, and 4. And Drums, Yule Scepter queued up next. Sam H is going to find art style here. Not sure if he wants to go for this kill. It seems like he is trying to set this up, but without any rotations coming in. No chance. And
yeah, look at his skill build. 4 points in the heal. No way he kills him there, even with the Doom.
So VP, is this just kind of farming time for them, or do they want to get aggressive and start making plays with this Blink Dagger on Puck?
I think they have to choose like good fights. I think they can fight, but they need to be very careful with how they fight. Like they need a good initiation. The curse has to be good. The last fight, the curse was like negligible in the fight, so it's just used to stop one hero. Didn't do much damage.
Clockwork scouts him out with a rocket flare. That's a good play from him.
The Venge is going to need some time to recover and get some items. He doesn't have much right now.
Yeah, Mask of Man is going to be used to expedite that farm, but that's going to not even be up quite yet. Still needs another 100 gold to get there. His team definitely can create space. Chaos Knight's kind of ready to fight.
Maybe even at some point sneak a Rosh. Their heroes can Rosh very easily. Venge, CK, Enchantress. Yep, those are their possible options. Head-on fight seems like it's not going to be easy for them right now, but they're going to try.
Coming in from the top, rotating in from behind. Sam H looking for a Doom target, doesn't find it immediately. They're going to get the Winter Wyvern with the Ice Blast. He does not get a chance to use any of his spells. No Winter's Curse for this one. There's Tim's chasing a bit too far underneath the tower. Gets Dream called up, taking a lot of damage here. The Dragon Knight swoops in to help them out, though. And looks like the Tier 1 tower will go down.
Very, very good call there by VP when they saw so many heroes immediately TPing out, only losing the support there. TNC were really, really strong at that point. I don't think VP could have fought that at all.
At what point can VP fight? Are they going to need like BKBs this game? Is there
BKB?
On both BKB, Chaos Knight and Venge, you think?
Yeah, more or less. CK maybe after his Echo Saber, I'm not sure if he wants to go BKB straight or he wants to, you see like daggers after the Armor and Echo Saber on CK, quite common. So that you can kill the backlines easily.
And you're also worried if you go those BKBs too fast, like, are you even going to be doing enough damage? What if your opponents just play a farming game? Blink on Dragon Knight, speaking of Blink Daggers, Raven looking to initiate in, doesn't find the Dragon Tail though. Sometimes a fast BKB can be punished as well.
Yep, I think pretty much like the DK, why he got the dagger over the Shadow Blade this game is because he realizes he needs to get the Wyvern first every time. Like Shadow Blade is kind of nice, gives you mobility and like carry potential as well with the attack speed. but with sentries going to be placed around, the dagger is like a more reliable tool to get the Wyvern.
Yeah, I kind of exactly that. It's the more reliable one. It's the less carry-oriented one. But if you want to have a reliable stun when you've got an AA on your team, you want to make sure you get that Ice Blast landing on a target. You don't want to be thwarted by running into a sentry ward.
And if you look at their lineup, it's a triple core lineup, right? Doom, SF, they both do a lot of damage. So it's not like all their eggs are on, this DK has to be our main damage dealer. So he has to build all damage items.
Shadow Fiend in mid, recognizing that he is in a vulnerable position with all 5 VP heroes. They're headed top. This Doom, he's the one who's actually going to get caught out. Sam H is on the receiving end of a nasty VP rotation, catching out the entire side. This Ice Blast will not really hit all too much there. It does clip Ramses, but not with the impact damage, and this tier 2 tower will be going down.
Looking at the vision right now, like EP has 2 really good wards in the enemy jungle, another ward around the Rosh area, so this is more or less going to be their next target. They have so much minus armor.
Seems like
do they have a medallion?
Oh,
don't think
VP?
they did. Yeah,
probably not. They've got the minus armor from the Wave of Terror.
Yeah. I'm used to seeing like when Lil plays Enchantress, he always buys medallion on that hero.
It's gonna be flaming art style maybe for not getting.
He's like a more greedy build. Drums, 4-star is more like
he wants to be more of a character. I'm very used to seeing art style play Chen and Enchantress and have crazy net worth. His Chen I've seen like up at like the top 3 in net worth. Lil mid bursted down by the initiation of Raven, followed up by an Ice Blast. There's that guaranteed stun. We'll see Dragonite get nuked a bit by the puck, but he's still very tanky in the front lines and not going to be a kill that VP can get.
Yep. This should be a tower.
Oh, the blink stun, they caught the puck. The ward, it scouted him out, they had the vision, they instantly burst him down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Doom was necessary, but they got the job done. Power is down.
Yeah, want to make sure they get the kill, but like you say, it didn't seem entirely necessary. Kaya on puck, I feel like I have not seen this pick up all too much.
Kaya on puck? Huh.
It's not, by all means, it's an item that sounds fine on puck, it's just often there is other items that you prioritize over it.
Yeah, and this is very important. Yeah, TNC wants to try and snatch away the Rosh.
It doesn't seem likely with how fast they're killing it.
They don't kill it that fast even though they have a Shadow Fiend.
Yep.
Because Shadow Fiend, he went for the use, so he like doesn't really hit that hard like, compared to like a normal like a physical Shadow Fiend yet. Maybe
this
when
was
someone gets
a good Yule's game for him, and we haven't talked too much about that. Do you think he hasn't seemed to use it all too much just yet?
Not bad, I'd say. It's okay. I don't think it's like particularly good or particularly bad.
Okay. Give some solo kill potential before BKBs come up.
Yeah, because you can dodge the CK stun and the Venge stun, so I would say it's somewhat useful.
Yep. Immediately dewarded, and then they smoke up right after. It's being pinged though. I imagine TNC have a decent idea.
I think like Rosh.
There's a dire ward in the net area. I think this ward actually spotted this. Giving them some vision in the mid lane. They saw.
I didn't see.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like they did. Maybe the rocket flare gave some vision.
Okay.
There we go. They see Rosh now. It's dying very quickly, Winter. They got to get here fast. Ice Blast coming in. The Clockwork could go for a hookshot play, but he may die in doing so. He's going to go for it anyways. He four-staffs immediately out of the pit. Actually, he gets four-staffed out of the pit. Now he's trapped in the vent.
Four-staff.
Yeah. That's like, get out of my Rosh Pit. This is my Aegis. Now the Winter's Curse onto the AA. 1437 should be going down here. They're going to change target to the Doom. SF Ops the Requiem. Looking to go in for Ramses, but Ramses has the Aegis. He's not the best target here. Instead, it should be no one they go for, but he's been called and praised up. Ramses goes down. Cuckoo throwing the razors. Doesn't bring down no one still, and TNC forced to retreat. They take out the Aegis, but they don't get any real kills. As another Ice Blast goes flying. Looks like that was off the mark. Not sure where that one went.
That was the Enchantress force off. Well played by Artstyle there. That could have been a disaster if the Clockwork actually manages to kill the Rosh and get the Aegis.
Well, VP secured Rosh at a very good time. And
yeah, power peak timing because they smoked right after they had the armlet and Echo Saber on the CK. Yeah. Venge has, Venge didn't have like a BKB yet, but still they were pretty strong there.
Venge is going to have BKB for the upcoming Teamfight now as well.
Crimson Guard on Doom.
Okay.
Useful against the CK.
Oh, of course. I mean, Venge is right-click and carry as well.
Yeah.
Not so useful against the other 3 heroes, but...
Solar Crash is also very useful this game for the duel against the CK.
That's the item I would have expected more, and I feel is more common, but going for the Crimson Guard.
Oh,
top lane. Yep, Tim's force starts away, but breaks the Dream Call in the process once. So, okay, hook himself out of there. He'll get out of there. Now the chase is on. They want to go for these kills, and there is a Yule Scepter to cancel these TPs. Cuckoo gonna start throwing razors. Can't get the level... Oh, don't say the level of death. The Infernal Blade off. Jesus, Winter. I'm going full Dota 1 here. That's a brain fart if I've ever heard one. They're trying to still chase down Outsell in the trees. Get that level death. The Infernal Blade not able to really be used effectively against the Enchantress.
Level death and you're clicking on the enemy. Oh, this guy is level 12. Bonus damage.
Well, Pasha gets the orb out. My favorite part about that question, that spell, was that there was a question mark like after the word level in it. It was like this randomly placed question mark in there. Oh, can they find him? Cuckoo doesn't have the Yule Scepter and doesn't have the vision.
No. My favorite part about that spell is the bonus damage at level 25.
Oh yeah, that's always good. It was great because you could like play mind games with your opponent, where whether or not you level it up, like you have it just 1 point in it, and then get them when they hit level 6 with that huge boost in damage. Or you could max it out and then do a shit ton of damage when you're level 7 and they're like level 9 or something. Had a lot of potential.
Top lane.
Yep.
Pasha got caught up by the Yules.
Didn't do the Cogs push though. He's got the hook shot though. Goes for it to make sure he locks him in place, and Cuckoo will get the kill. He's got a Blink Dagger now, so going for some swag fiend plays with the Blink Yule Scepter. Also has some right click potential with the SMY, so a bit of a hybrid build coming out from Cuckoo.
Race car build.
Yeah, it's all movements. That's actually a good point. The Yule's drums, Blink Dagger, SMY, all of these are mobility items, giving movement speed or blink.
But he's not so good at like head-on combat now. Like the bench has BKB. It's very strong at head-on combat.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Clockwork threatening to TP in, realizes and thinks better of it. They're going to go high ground. They're going to threaten this one, force TPs back. There are TPs on the VP side, and they need to start using them soon. Raven's on the high ground with the BKB, chipping at the tier 3, forces the TPs. That's really what they want to do, is force them back so they don't get a tier 2, and then just disengage.
Some chip damage, but VP did, however, get the tier 1 and bottom, so at least they got a tower. But still better for TNC getting the tier 2 and forcing the rotation there. So 25 minutes in, mid-game. How long more do they have before? Oh, it's quite a long time before the next Rosh.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, it feels like. Pasha showing in mid lane while several heroes smoke towards bottom. This Shadow Fiend needs to be careful. It's going to clear one more wave and probably back off out of here. He is very fast, so looks like he's not going to go for the neutrals.
They're using this Manta timing. He just got his Manta Armlet Echo Saber, so they want to pick a fight.
Ramsey's him out, they scan him. Can they catch him? He's got a lot of backup right behind. And the problem is the SF, the smoke can pop and he may just instantly blink away. Or he may dodge spells with Yules. Yeah, he's very tricky to latch onto. And this build is going to be very good at kiting the Chaos Knight around. Even if you somehow do damage to him, he may be able to Yules himself and then blink out after not taking damage. So it is a very tricky Shadow Fiend build to play against.
And he's about to get his level 20 talent, the raise damage. That's huge for the killing out the illusions.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really see him getting the evasion. As much as it is nice against the Chaos Knight, the raise damage just seems...
It's kind of nice though, the evasion.
Oh, sure. It is... That's the thing. Both are good, but it just feels like the raise damage is going to be the one that is more likely to have a higher impact. We'll see.
If you go for the physical damage build even, maybe you could consider the evasion more. Yeah. But still people...
Exactly.
The 150 damage is just too much.
If it was like a pure right-clicking SF with like BKB, Butterfly, Satanic Skadi, then yeah, I'd say you get the evasion, but the Yules, Blink, Drums, this movement speed build is much more about actually using the raises in fights. And there we go. Yeah, he does get the raise damage. And we'll be looking for a Lincoln Sphere as his next item pickup, at least for now. He's got max move speed, by the way, this build of his.
Yeah, he hasn't even popped his drums.
He doesn't need to. I mean, for his team maybe needs the movement speed from it. I guess it does give him the attack speed as well, of course. Seems like both teams are going to be doing a bit more split push now. Puck at the top lane being pesky. Has almost completed his Lincoln Sphere. And we'll see what comes.
The next important item is his blink on Ramses. He needs to be able to get in position to kill the supports quickly. Or even the Doom though. I think he can actually kill the Doom pretty fast.
A Doom will die, yeah. Oh, he has got the Ice Armor, that's nifty.
Oh yeah, that's actually very helpful. Okay, maybe not so quick now.
Still possible if you've got the full Illusion army on him,
And
even
with the
against
wave
this
of
Ice Army.
terror
Yeah.
And the Reality Rift minus armor.
Yep.
Possible, right?
The nice thing about this SF build, it means if someone gets Winter's Curse, they're not going to necessarily die to it because the SF doesn't right-click as hard.
That is actually true.
Right now it stands, it's a TNC 2k gold lead. They've only been up to about a 3.5 to 4k gold lead max. They've led the entire game, but VP have kept things very close. They're in pecking distance.
Yeah, but still, I feel like VP with their itemization, they're still very strong, like taking a head-on fight. Like, the SF is not that strong at head-on fights. So they need to be very careful with how they, take a fight. They have to like try to get a pick off maybe with the Doom, or even with the Clockwork, with the Ice Blast, push the lanes out. Like vision and pick off like initiation. It's gonna
You
be
think the
important.
Doom... mid lane, they've gone in. They've got initiation. The Dream
Oh,
Coil
coil
into swap. They stun him up now as well. Dragon Knight will melt instantly. The Winter's Curse on the backlines almost takes out Tim. He does get kept alive. The Ghost Scepter. Great hook shot into Requiem. Cuckoo doing a lot of damage on the front line. He's in trouble now. The Lincoln's is there. He's going to use himself up. Can he blink out as well? He blinks to the low ground. Trying to retreat here. Tim's is going to be left to the wolves here. Ramses.
He Doom an illusion.
Oh no. Sam H. You had one job, and that job was not to Doom an Illusion. 1437. Not going to get out of this one.
Yep. Vision and initiation. They got a really good jump there with the coil into swap.
Very clever.
Breaking the coils for the stun. So DK, I don't think DK did anything right. He just died right away.
He died while he was stunned. He didn't get his BKB off. He got pulled. And the nice thing about the swap is it pulled him into range of like the Enchantress. So she was throwing the impetuses. That DK melted.
Yeah, they have to be very careful with this kind of initiations from VP, and they do not have like the best saves. They don't even have any save actually. No Force Staff, no Glimmer. Oh, the Shadow Fiend. Trouble.
Bring him down, no blink out. He's going to be brought down if possible. No, he's too fast, Winter. He hightails out. I don't know. He didn't actually need to pop the drums, perhaps. Maybe actually with the slow. Yeah, that's true.
Just slow.
Good point. Raven gets a stun. Randy's actually going to go down to this Ice Blast, I believe. He's been healed up initially, but they should just leave him to die. And yeah, in comes the SF. Tims gets credited the last hit, teeping out his Lil in the trees. Possible Roshan. That's going to be respawning in 45 seconds. Unfortunately for TNC, it's not a quick Rosh respawn, or they may have been able to claim it. They commit the
Quick pick off there
DK ulti.
by TNC. Ramsey's not going to be able to get out on time. I think his TP was in the backpack, so he couldn't like immediately TP away, getting caught.
SF almost caught the Enchantress there. If he does catch, it's a kill. He sees Top, he sees the vent. Oh, no one goes in invis though. Cuckoo going to go for the Requiem. BKB from no one, forced out. Tim's going to be happy with that one. On the backline, it's DK stunning up the Wyvern. Lil going to get caught out, which means he is done for with the Ice Blast swooping in. Nice picks, and there's no buyback on either of these heroes, but importantly for VP, Pasha is top, split pushing, threatening the high ground of TNC, and that'll force at least one TP back. That's going to be 1437. TNC
Well
grab a
done
tier 2.
by the puck. Well done. That could have been actually a potential push there, threatening the base, but with its good wave like push out and pressuring the towers, forcing the rotation back.
This, you can see how scary. Oh, they will get the Rosh still. It does respawn in time.
Can they get
for
there
them.
on time though?
That's actually
It's
a big
not that
question.
fast.
Yeah, CK's headed towards the team, has a blink dagger. Puck scouts it out. Yeah, they've got to get out. I think this is going to be VP's Rosh now. Ramses goes in, he initiates into the Clockwork. 4-star pushes him a bit further away. The Doom now the new target. He's not going to get his Doom off. Ice Blast swoops in, doesn't actually hit anyone. That's a big problem for TNC. Swapped out is the Chaos Knight, keeping him alive. The Clockwork and the Roshan pit completely surrounded. Hook shot to try and buy some time here. Does not have a cogs. And does not stand a chance here. Buyback now. TNC want to fight this one. 1437 cannot make the retreat to the shrine. The rest of TNC will heal themselves back up. Here comes 1437 with a buyback of his own. They want to make sure they get this Rosh. TNC are being chased down. They're being hounded by VP. VP want more. They've got a Winter's Curse. Who are they going to get with this one? Lil holding on to it for now. It's the Dragon Knight who gets stunned up initially. Does not get a chance to use any of his spells. He gets brought down. The Winter's Curse onto Cuckoo. Buying some time to try and go on him. No. Oh, he gets the blink out afterwards. Great play from the SF. Ice Blast going to go in. Does not hit Ramsey as he blinks away. The Lincoln's blocking the reality rift. SF. Too goddamn freaking fast. You can't keep up with him. He's out of there. You got to stop chasing him, VP. They're going to go.
Get the Rosh.
Yeah, get the Rosh. Go for something else. The rest of TNC back in the mid lane. No Ice Blast for a little bit longer. Lil may actually find the Shadow Fiend. Cuckoo uses himself. Blinks out now as well. It's the Great Escape. Cuckoo. Found by Ramses here. Still has a Lincoln Sphere. Ramses will get it broken so that he can pop the Chaos Bolt. And now, finally, SF gets brought down. They had to work for it, Winter. They got it.
What coordination there. You see how they surrounded him and broke his Lincolns. Like, just very well done by VP. And now Roshan is all theirs for the taking.
Unless they want to commit more buybacks. But that was already very expensive.
Probably not. Like, if you do all the buybacks now, then you lose.
No way this works. Rosh is dead too fast. I say that. The Ice Blast Rocket Flare are going to be there, art style. Dodges the impact damage, and yeah, TNC I think had hopes of contesting that Rosh, but quickly realized it was not going to be feasible.
Definitely, I think not having a medallion there. I think if Doom, because he went for the plate mail instead. Like if he had a medallion, I think they probably would have finished that Rosh at that point.
Puck
and got out.
Catches the smoked up Clockwork. I think didn't even mean to. It looked like he was just headed to the high ground and it happened to orb on top of him. Do meanwhile at bottom. Ooh, Lil. Very close to finding him.
There's no vision there.
I don't think they did. He was smoked up and Puck just orbed on top of him, right? It was literally just random luck, it looked like.
A pick-off is a pick-off, Parker, and that's a buyback.
Absolutely.
I mean, so they're gonna... Can they actually get a tower at least? Probably not gonna push high ground, maybe just a tier 2.
Well, I mean, VP have played the last 10 minutes of this game incredibly well. They've waited their time. They've been slightly trailing most of the game, but that gold deficit was such a small amount that it was never going to... A teamfight was never going to be decided by the farm advantage. VP managing to outplay them with that earlier initiation, the Dream Call swap, and more recently, playing around this Rosh Pit.
Oh, cool.
They cancelled his blink. He goes for the Yules. He will not... Oh, he does get the blink out. Can they still chase him down? They weren't able to do enough damage to him quickly enough. Meanwhile, back in mid, it's Raven getting a stun initiation. Brings down Artsal. Cuckoo styling around the game. Sam H, goodbye. Deleted. He's surrounded. He can't move. He even got the stun off and everything. Raven, he's managed to get his BKB off. He's in the Dream Call. He's now surrounded. Raven getting some help from the SF Razors. They burst down the Chaos Knight. TNC. Oh, they're managing to make this happen. The Cogs push will catch the Venge on respawn. No one's got no chance out of this one. Or does he? The Winter's Curse from Lil will buy him some time. Cuckoo, can he chase? There's going to be some help from the Puck here. The Invis Shadow Blade going to save the Venge there. Great play from Lil. Saves no one for the time being. Can they chase him down? It's also Pasha in a bit of a tricky spot here. He's got a Lincoln Sphere. That gets popped. Now he's looking to orb his way out of there. And it looks like...
This SF just... I think he actually won them the fight though. He creates such a distraction that the DK manages to get a stun on the Enchantress. They were like so split up because they were chasing the SF. They got a kill right before the fight started. They had a numbers advantage. They took the fight well. DK did a lot of damage there. They somehow busted the CK with his illusions.
Yep. It's one of those very fine things with the Yules blink out, because the Yules only last 2.5 seconds, whereas Blink has a 3-second kind of countdown before you can use after taking damage. So you have to make sure you use that Yules after you've not taken damage for a little bit, or you won't be able to blink out. So the fact Cuckoo's able to do that Yules blink so reliably is very impressive, considering that it's not a guaranteed thing to do.
Yeah, and he has BKB this time.
He's got BKB, he's perma-hasted. Well, actually, he's lost his drum, so he's only down to 537. No longer blazing around the map.
You say it like it's a big deal, bro.
You know, that 13 movement speed could be the make or break.
When you have your boost of travel later, you'll make up for it.
He's good.
So right now, VP Are they
Winter,
gonna
he's
close
almost level 25 too on SF. That's gonna be a big pickup. Most likely, I'd say the cooldown reduction, given that his build.
Probably. The other one is also really good, but
Yeah,
I think we've seen mostly the 40% cooldown reduction and then into like a late game hex.
He's all about the raise damage, and cooldown reduction will affect that. Not to mention his items. You're looking at BKB Lincolns with almost half the cooldown than they normally have. That's ridiculously powerful in the late game. I can't see him getting the right-click damage given this current build.
By the way, they are smoked up and Ramsey's just bought a BKB.
They're going to put the ward on the high ground. It gets spotted though. There's a sentry ward. No, they don't see the ward being planted. It's in fog. Or they don't know this is here. They need to get a bit closer to it. Meanwhile, this ward... Okay, it's been pinged out now. Looks like they called vision up. They see Sam H here. Well, they get the jump. Tim's... Okay, you walk right past it. Oh, the dive sentry got taken out, so they maybe don't... They can't actually take that ward out just yet. There was a sentry ward, but did get removed.
Yeah, tense times here for VP after losing that fight. They kind of want like to try to finish one more item on the bench though. It'll be good if you can actually finish the butterfly before the next big clash, and maybe with the butterfly secure the Rosh. That would be ideal for VP right now.
Puck is approaching level 25. Could see a big boost in Puck's itemization with that gold talent at 25. And here we go, SF 25 achieved.
Cooldown reduction?
Hasn't. There we go. Cooldown reduction. No surprises there. Any other big levels coming up? The Puck 25, as mentioned. Chaos Knight. What does he get at 25? 2 max Chaos Bolt plus 2 max Chaos Bolt duration.
I actually like the other one more though.
Minus 7 Reality Rift armor reduction. Yeah, I kind of like the stun. I mean, I don't know. I think both sound good. Minus 7 armor just doesn't sound like. I don't know. It sounds good, yeah. As a level 25. It's not even minus 7 armor to your attack. It's only to Reality Rift is the crazy thing.
100% like upgrade, you know? Level 4 Reality Rift is minus 7.
Yeah. Stuns win Dota though, you know? Hookshot bottom, they've got the puck with the pushback as well. Stuns win Dota. As TNC find and pick off the puck at bottom lane. Some great execution. Cuckoo not needed. He's back farming. May need to push out this top lane, which is being pressured by VP. We saw this last time. They lost a fight, but the puck split push helped buy them some time and breathing room. Maybe needed because no one is still in that top lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, Cuckoo. Lincoln's broken. Not going to get jumped on just now. Yeah, top lane needs to be addressed, though, by TNC. Not sure they can break high ground without taking some damage up top. Already their tier 3 is down to just 300 health. No one is waiting to get some vision of these heroes, and yeah, he's going to show himself now. Look to...
Oh, he's going to try to take the tower before he runs away.
TNC are just ignoring it. They may think they can go faster. They pop the glyph. They're not TPing back for now. No one's still like, can I go for this? Yeah, he can. Now the TP comes back in from the Doom. Shrine being the scam being used as well, and yeah, TNC had to retreat as the Doom TP'd back. It feels like Doom has really fallen off with his item progression, Winter. Where is his items?
Look at his talent. You look at his talent and you know what's happening.
Oh yeah. That evasion did not save him from the Chaos Knight in that last fight. That is for sure.
Yeah, and he's already not going to scale so well because of this talent.
I was about to ask, it feels like he needs some initiation, whether it's a Blink or a Shadow Blade, and it's going to be a Blink Dagger. Doesn't finish the Shivers or whatever the plate mail was going to be. I think recognizes he needs a way to get to the backlines.
Yeah, he's not getting like crucial Dooms in a couple of fights. So I think it's quite necessary for Doom. Like every time you need like a mobility item, Shadow Blade or Blink is necessary. One of it. Some games you even like consider buying both just to get a Doom. Like a good Doom means the fight is over.
Here we go. Puck level 25 gets that GPM talent. Has a Scythe of Vice queued up. There we go. This GPM can help. Oh. Look at that. It looks like Mask of Madness meant and he'd already used the Wave of Terror. Meanwhile, no one finishes the Butterfly. Has that evasion that's not going to necessarily help against this Shadow Fiend build, but is a good boost in damage output.
I mean, the DK, don't underestimate the DK's right clicks. He is actually hitting hard.
Oh yeah. He's got that double Dragon Blood HP regen. He's incredibly tanky, will hit hard.
Oh, he didn't go with the damage at 15. He just went all tank.
Yeah, he did. He got the 300 health. Looks like he's happy for the SF to sit back and do damage. Both teams smoked up here. Knowing that Roshan could be up, it looks like VP suspect TNC might be in the Roshan pit. Boots are traveling mid-puck. You've got to be careful. They see him. They get the stomp to lead things off. Can they get the hook? No, they get the cogs there. The Winter's Curse follow-up. The Dragonite will not get this done. VP react perfectly. Able to manage to keep the puck alive for the time being to get the spells up. Ice Blast comes flying through. Ramses gets clipped by it. He has got the BKB up, but he is still in a lot of trouble here. Raven slowing him down. A couple more right clicks will finish Ramses off. Is he going to die? The Ice Blast Shatter will finish him and bring him down. No one now in trouble too. He's surrounded by the entire TNC team, and VP have no choice but to scatter. They've lost both their carries, even though they got the save on the puck. TNC just looking a bit stronger, a bit tankier.
I mean, the SF actually did so much in the fight. He was in such a good position. He was at the high ground. He was at the high ground. He channeled his Requiem on top of that, and he landed so many razors. He did so much damage.
Yeah.
And on top of that is also the damage reduction when he gets his ulti off on the Venge and the CK.
Yeah, you can see the Venge and the CK did somewhere between 2.5 and 3k damage each. Meanwhile, SF and Dragonite, 4k plus. They were dominating that team fight. Ice Blast, Rocket Flare bottom, just trying to push out this lane, knowing that the VP split push is very pesky.
They won that fight without casting a Doom.
This has not been a good game for Sam H. I'm going to be honest, Winter. He has not played his best.
I'm not even trying to say that. I'm like, they won the fight without needing Doom.
I will say it for you. I mean, that's a good news for TNC. They can win a fight without using Doom, but I think it is a point worth bringing out that Sam H has had a rough game and needs to... They're not really winning right now. They're still behind on gold, but with Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard, you've got to favor TNC's position right now.
The other thing you have to consider as well is this Enchantress with like what 10k net worth. He's not doing as much as like say the Clockwork or the AA right now in the fights. He dies very easily, and Clockwork is like an initiating tool. He gets a good hook. He gets onto like a key target. Someone gets Doom. Like he has a lot of potential to set up a good fight for his team.
Yeah, it even feels like that last fight, even though they saved the puck wasn't able to properly use his spells. Like we didn't see like the Aghanim's Dream Coil being broken or anything. You really want to get that Ag's Dream Coil out on the carries. Yeah, with the swap. That's going to be the big combo to look out for this game. They found puck. The blink out is there. Pasha blinking the direction he was facing. Sam H trying to chase, but won't succeed. Yeah, the Dream Coil swap initiation, we saw it once this game. It needs to happen again, it feels like. Considering that there is the Aghanim Scepter there. That 3-second stun is going to be big. Oh, sorry, 4.5 second stun, what I'm talking about.
The thing is, like, their 3 costs are still scaling as VP, even though they lost that fight. They're gonna like get a lot more gold because of the GPM talent that Puck has. Bench and CK are still scaling, still getting items. The Doom is, on the other hand, going to be falling off very, very hard. But it's still a Doom, right? He's still gonna do a lot if he gets a Doom on a good target.
And that's kind of the Doom's job. At this point, you're telling this Doom, like, just get your ultimate off on a Winter Wyvern. Even Enchantress, stop the Impetus damage, could be okay. Whoever it is, get the Doom off.
Yeah, I think Ench is probably like maybe your least value target, but like you say, anyone, like the Doom on anyone, will do. Probably the Venge or the CK will be your prime targets.
Yeah. Venge approaching level 25. Some decent level 25s. The Magic Missile piercing spell immunity or 400 Magic Missile damage. Doesn't feel like these are insane level 25s, but we'll see how that helps her.
The piercing spell immunity stun, I think that would be useful.
Against the Dragonite BKB, SF does have Lincolns, but theoretically he could have his Lincolns broken. You could stop a BKB Requiem if the Lincolns is broken, so... I mean, you've got swap as well for that.
Swap him. Yeah, swap him out of the coil.
Blinks forward, just starts hitting the tier 3 tower. Oh, Winter's Curse on the backlines. Lil is found. 1437. Can he bring him down? You betcha. Great play from Lil. That sneaky little devil has found one. Cuckoo on the high ground. Going to threaten a Requiem. They're going to buy back the AA. He can throw this Ice Blast from base. Outsell in the front lines, melting to the razors. Cuckoo trying to finish him off. Unable to do so through the heal. From the backlines, Enchantress still just throwing those impetuses. TNC have got the Ice Blast now flying in. That one's going to hit Pasha.
He doomed the Lincolns. Oh no.
Goes from dooming an illusion to dooming a Lincolns. Well, to not dooming at all, then to dooming a Lincolns. Ay, ay, ay. Sam H. Does the H stand for Herald Winter?
Not gonna comment, bro.
I'm kidding. Savage, I love you, bro, but not your best game.
You call me a flamer, yeah?
Dude. Look, man. TNC are in the top 4 of a minor, versing a major champion here. They have come a long way, and they are on equal terms right now. Refresher shot on the AA, by the way. What do you make of this? Do you think he's? Huh? I wouldn't give it to the dude. That's for sure. But SF, what? I guess SF has too many items. DK maybe is a bit better. Unclear.
I think Doom is still probably the best guy, to be fair. Disregarding what he's doing.
Yeah.
Game, you know?
The potential for the plays.
Maybe because he has Aghanim, so they feel like it's better on the A.
Okay.
I mean, I can see it working. And probably, like you said, this Doom is not getting Doom off anyway, so probably not a good idea to give it to him.
Yeah. As for SF, he's got a Butterfly now. That'll give him a lot more survivability against these carries who do not have MKB. Likely a pickup coming the Venger's way, but is transitioning more into a right-click build. Butterfly, Manta, Lincoln's not using the Yule Scepter as one of his main items, it feels like, anymore. To the bottom lane he goes, double damage. They've got map control, which means they're getting the runes. He's going to go and his Aegis expires!
Oh, the Aegis!
Cuckoo! Cuckoo, Kachoo. Be careful, my friend. Bottom lane Patch is going to TP back. I think VP may want to fight.
Oh, I think they just forgot about the timer. Like, yeah. you wouldn't do that.
Cuckoo is definitely one of those exciting players to watch.
I mean, he's probably I think apart from him and Raging Potato, they're the two ballsy players in C.
He's kind of taken over the title of Raging Potato as being that like flashy superstar mid in the Philippines that sometimes will make. I feel Cuckoo is a lot more reliable than what maybe Raging Potato was, but he'll still sometimes do some crazy stuff that wins you games. You need him. It's like the Eternal Envy plays, you know. It's the 50-50. You don't know which it's going to be sometimes. You want one player like that on your team.
It's good to have, it's good to have this kind of player. Like, you want the other guy to be, like, the carry and mid has to be one stable and one, like, a riskier player. So that there's someone to win you the games that when you're losing.
They're going to run you right into Lil here. Can you get the blink out? He does do so. He blinks to the side with the Glimmer Cape. Detection not available for these heroes. They're going to dust him up now. Lil gets found. Winter's Curse.
Gem.
Not successful as Cuckoo will bring him down. Drops the gem.
There goes the gem.
Yeah. It was... I mean, VP have managed to pull pretty far ahead in terms of overall gold, but that doesn't feel too significant, and also feels like it's as a result of this puck. That's 420 GPM more than your opponents are getting. I guess there's a couple gold talents like the AA with his 60 GPM, but it seems like
because
a lot
of the counters, the A count, like the two supports on VP don't do as much as like the Claw and AA. I feel. That's why the network.
He's all top. He's going for the melee racks. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the big fight breaking out. SF in the front lines has got a BKB Requiem. He's going to throw the Requiem, hold the BKB for now. They focus down the Venge in the front lines. Puck's still going for the Rex. Is he going to TP back? Looks like that's not the call. He wants to get this melee racks. Meanwhile, TNC in the bottom are still going to take this fight. They bring down both carries. Going to force those buybacks. Puck has decided now to return to the fight. They need his dream call. No, he's going to stay top. He's going for this, but the backdoor kicks in, as you mentioned, which means he needs to come and fight. Enchantress has no buyback. They need that Aghanim's Dream Coil. No one threatening to go in, but without a swap, they haven't got that guaranteed break. Passion now, Dream calls up Cuckoo. He's got a BKB, but can't use that to break the coil. TNC taking a melee rack's going to BKB. Cuckoo still gets stunned up. No one with that BKB piercing stun. That's going for that one. He may die back here. Dragonite Force going in with the Ice Blast. They're going to bring down no one. He gets locked in place by the Cold Embrace, and the Cold Embrace works against him. Sam H gets a nice 2-hero stun. That Hoof Storm coming up big, making up for some of his discretions earlier on in this game, and VP have been bested here with a great high ground push. TNC did not need a gold lead this game to take the fight. That AA, just having Ice Blast this game meant so much to TNC. They were getting so many key kills off of that, and what a great fight to end things there.
Yep. Well played by the DK and the SF though. I think two of them played extremely well. They carried in a lot of the fights. I think Cuckoo is the shining star of this game. A lot of style points, a lot of space created, chat reels.
he pushed the limit, and if he'd been caught one or two times more where he managed to create space, very likely VP win this game. But the fact he doesn't get caught, he outplays VP in those situations, definitely MVP in my mind. Cuckoo with a fantastic performance, and definitely an exciting game one. This looks like a really good series, Winter.
Yeah, for sure. Like both teams have been playing really well. I think VP's issue this game was like the supports they have weren't that useful anymore because of the AA, and not to mention enchanters. After the early game, you don't really get to do so much if the team fights is not going so well for them.
Yep.
And CK is also like kind of like I think I felt his presence was disrupted by the SF and the DK a lot. Like he wasn't dealing as much damage as he wanted to.
They last picked the CK after the SF, right? The CK was the final pick of the draft, which I guess in hindsight is something they may be going to be thinking was not a good pick, because the SF definitely matched up very well against the CK. His ability to clear those illusions, to negate his damage with the Requiem, really proved to be a bit too much. They had two carries that were very physical damage right-click based, so the Requiem really kind of destroyed them.
I think it comes back to the early game. Remember they laned the bench mid and they tried to... I think the plan was like, they were thinking they probably could kill the SF at least like 1-2 times.
Yeah, the clockwork there.
It did not happen at all, and they spoke under the wall, the clockwork in the air, they were like bodyguard. The SF got way too fat in the lane itself, and bench got bullied so much because it's just an unfair matchup if you can't kill the SF with your supports.
I feel Tim's played very well on the clock. I mean, I think he deserves a special mention for a lot of the setups he was doing, finding a lot of kills for his team.
Yeah.
Definitely
not flashy, but he was doing the right stuff to win the game.
Yeah. Well, that does it. VP bested in game one by TNC. The Filipino squad, led by their Canadian captain, have taken game one of the semifinals in MDL Macau. The winner of this series goes on to verse OG in the grand finals. We're going to take a quick break and come back with game two. Don't go anywhere, guys.